In the summer of 1954, a routine day at Tokyo's Haneda Airport turned into an enduring enigma that would baffle authorities and spark endless speculation. Among the passengers arriving on an international flight was a sharply dressed man carrying a passport that looked entirely authentic. The document indicated he was from a country called Taured, a name no one had ever heard before. The man was of European appearance, with neatly combed dark hair and a confident demeanor. He spoke fluent Japanese as well as several other languages, and his manner suggested he was a seasoned traveler. When questioned by immigration officials, he handed over his passport, which bore the name of the supposed nation of Taured. The passport itself appeared genuine, complete with stamps from previous trips to countries such as France, Spain, and Japan. Yet there was one glaring issue: no such country as Taured existed on any map. Confused, the officials produced a map and asked the man to point out his homeland. Without hesitation, he pointed to the region where the tiny Principality of Andorra is located, nestled between France and Spain. However, he seemed perplexed and visibly frustrated when told that the area was called Andorra, not Taured. The man insisted that in his world the nation had existed for over 1,000 years and was recognized as a legitimate country. Adding to the mystery, the man carried a wallet filled with currency from multiple countries, including Japanese yen and US dollars, which were all authentic. His briefcase contained business documents, including letters of correspondence with companies in Japan. These companies confirmed the authenticity of the documents but denied any knowledge of the man himself. He also held a driver's license issued in Taured and checkbooks linked to a bank that didn't exist in our reality. Faced with a puzzle they couldn't solve, the authorities decided to detain the man overnight in a nearby hotel while they investigated further. 2 immigration officers were posted outside his room to ensure he did not leave. His room was sparsely furnished, with only a bed, a small table, and a single window that overlooked a busy street far below. There was no balcony, and the window could not be opened far enough for a person to squeeze through. But when morning came, the man was gone. The officers swore they had been at their post all night and no one had entered or exited the room. Yet when the door was opened, the man had vanished, along with all his belongings. Even more baffling, his documents and passport, which had been stored in the airport's security office for further examination, were missing as well. It was as though he had never existed. The incident was quietly buried, and no official explanation was ever provided. However, whispers about the man from Taured began to circulate, turning the story into an urban legend. Over the years, theories have abounded. Some suggest the man was a time traveler or a visitor from a parallel universe. Perhaps in his reality, Taured did exist, and a slip in the fabric of space and time caused him to briefly cross into our world. Others speculate that the entire event was an elaborate hoax or a case of mistaken identity. Could the man have been a con artist with an elaborate backstory? Or was he a spy using a fake identity? The lack of concrete evidence has only fueled the mystery further. Skeptics point out that no official record of the incident exists, and the story's details have evolved over time, suggesting it may be little more than an urban myth. Despite the doubts, the story continues to capture the imagination of many. It raises tantalizing questions about the nature of reality and the possibility of alternate dimensions. Could it be that there are other versions of our world with slight but significant differences? And if so, was the man from Taured one of the few to ever slip through the cracks and briefly traverse the boundaries of existence? To this day, the mystery remains unsolved. Whether fact, fiction, or a mix of both, the tale of the man from Taured serves as a fascinating reminder of how little we truly understand about the universe and our place within it.